So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and sorry for the delay. So here goes the next part for linguistics. The remaining part will be coming up, so please tune in to my channel so that you can follow each and every part and learn the linguistic part of the specialization exam. So I'm making short videos so that it is clear and you get time to prepare for the same, because it is a bit vast and time taking. So let's start today's class. Okay, today we will be looking into classification of English vowels. So vowels can be divided by a number of factors. So what are they? Here I have mentioned 5 factors that involve in classification of the vowels. So the highest position of the tongue. So as per the position of your tongue, how you keep your tongue inside your mouth plays a pivotal role in identifying the vowels. Then there is the openness of the mouth. Then the shape of the lips, the length of the vowels, if we are sustaining the sound or not, and the state of the larynx determines the tense. Is it a long vowel or a short vowel? Now, when we say vowels in English, this is not how we write vowels, right? We have learned it as A, E, I, O, U. So, when it comes to linguistics, vowels are specifically divided into monothongs and diphthongs. So, here I will explain to you in detail the vowel sounds and how we pronounce the same as per the sounds that we know. So in this table you can see there are monothongs and diphthongs. So let us first learn the monothongs, then go to the diphthongs. Okay, so monothongs are short non-gliding vowel sounds. So it's fat, thin, hot. In fat, a, thin, e, hot, ha, o. So notice that the vowel sound in each of these words is short. It's not sustaining for a long time and it does not change as well. So the sound of a in fat is a. It's just a. In thin, the I sound is e. It's just e. It's no sustaining. And in hot, it is a. It's no sustaining o or oo. It's just a. Now going to diphthongs. Diphthongs are longer gliding vowel sounds. Crazy, boat, now. So when you see crazy, in that the A alphabet has a sound A. So it goes like A. It's sustaining a longer time and the sound is different. Boat. Now O and A together, so two alphabets together form the sound O. So O A sounds O. And now, so N O W, we pronounce it as ow. Oh, so it's now. So notice that the vowel sound in each of these words is longer. Looking at these words, we have short vowel, long vowel. Okay, now look at the short vowel table given below, in the column given below. It's pit, so I is pronounced as E. Now if it's pet, E is pronounced as A. Now if it is pat, then we write it as A and E together joined. It's A. The sound is A. So A and E, when it's given like that, then you know the sound is A. Put, P-U-T-T is put. So the monothong that we show, the symbol that we put in is as given in the table. So pot, again we have the symbol for O. Then put, U. So similarly, we have for longer and diphthongs, you have to learn the table almost like, by heart, so that you get to identify the words and the symbols that we use to write the sounds. So this table is very important. You need to literally go through it thoroughly so that you know each and every word and you are able to pronounce it correctly as per the sounds that is required. We don't want put to be put. It's wrong. So it's put put and putt is put. So there are things that we need to keep in mind when we pronounce the words accordingly. Now when you see this table, you will understand how we are supposed to pronounce each and every alphabet that are not vowels, that is consonants. So now coming to consonants, we know as per the voiceless and the voiced sounds. Okay, now if you see the alphabet P, so how do we pronounce it? It's P. So is there a sound coming out from the throat? When you touch your throat, you will understand if it is voiceless or voiced. Okay, so here we have all the consonants and their sounds. You have to thoroughly go through this table, check the sound of each consonant, and then try to pronounce the same when it is given in a word. Okay, now what is the difference between phonology and phonetics? Phonetics, it is interested in all the speech sound used in all human languages. Phonetic features they possess, how they can be classified. Phonology, it aims to discover how speech sounds in a language. It gives you the pattern of the sounds that are used in a language. So phonology is very specific. It depends upon the language that is being used. And phonetics is about the speech sounds. It is the sound of all the alphabets that are in the language. Okay, now you have to know what is phone, what is phoneme, and what is allophone. Okay, phone, a phonetic unit or a segment, a consonant or a vowel. Okay, the speech sound we hear and produced are all phones. So p, I, t. In that there are 3 phones if you see. So depends on the word and the number of phones in it. Okay, so we have to pronounce each of the phone according to the phonetics of that language. Now, what is a complementary distribution? If the two similar sounds are allophones of the same phoneme, then they are said to be in complementary distribution, which means they cannot occur in the same phonetic environment. Okay, now dark at the end of a word, okay, k at the end of a word, and clear is before a vowel. Now let's see the sequential rules. Okay, to find out all the phonemes of a language is only part of the task of a phonologist. He also has to find out in what way the phonemes can be combined. So that is a very important rule. So the sequencing of the phonemes, that is very important in a language. So there are possible arrangements and there are impossible arrangements. So there are rules that govern the combination of sounds in a particular language. So these rules are called sequential rules. So you try and sequence the phonemes in the correct order to get the correct pronunciation that makes sense. Now in English, if 3 consonants occur together at the beginning of the word, the combination should obey the following 3 rules. The first phoneme should be S. The second phoneme should be P, T or K. And the third phoneme should be L, R, W. So you can see the examples. So it's C, 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 V, C, 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 C. So these are the sequential rules that can be followed in English to form a proper and meaningful word. Phonological rules are mappings between 2 different levels of sounds representation, the abstract or underlying level and the surface level. Here are some examples of phonological rules. Every syllable of every word must have at least one vowel sound. Vowels can make different sounds depending on where they are in a word. The silent E is very important. Then, assimilation. A sound changes to resemble a nearby sound. Then there is dissimilation. Two close sounds, similar consonants or vowels, change to become less alike. So these are some very important things that determine the sound of the word which we pronounce. So I hope you liked my video for today, and this is just a small part after the part which I had posted at the end before, I think, around 6 months. So sorry for the delay, and I will keep you posted learning the table, phonetic table, and the phonological rules. Everything is time taking, so you take your time and practice hard, and all the best. See you soon.